Hello, my name is Deborah Wheatley, and this is my instructional video for archiving files and folders and why it's important to learn how to zip and unzip files. Well, it's a file management technique for packaging multiple files into a single small bundle. In other words, it takes several large files and compresses them down to one very small folder. Sometimes the zipped folder is less than 25% the size of the original folder, and it can be even smaller than that. This helps by reducing the amount of space needed on your computer to store the file, and because of its size now, the file can be sent quicker and easier. So, what is a zipped file? Well, it's sometimes called an archive file. The zip file itself is really just a container. It holds the real files inside. The purpose behind the zip file is transportation and storage. The zip file acts kind of like a Ziploc sandwich bag. It holds the contents inside for easy transporting and storage. This makes the zip file very valuable. And here on my desktop I have a file. This file I wanted to send on the through the internet to a friend, and if I go down to properties, you can see that it's 132 files in this one folder here, and it's 18 folders inside of that one folder with the 132 files inside of those, and the size is 21.6 megabytes. Now I took that file and I zipped it up, and if we check the properties here, look, the size is 3.5 megabytes. And if I wanted to, when I got ready to send this file, instead of clicking on each one of the 132 folders or files to attach them to an email, I just clicked one time on this as an attachment and send it in one email. It's very easy. In this video, we will cover 3 tools that are commonly used for archiving files and folders. They are winrar, winzip, and 7-zip. To get these tools, you must go out onto the internet. Using Google to search for the free downloads is the best way to find them. Install each one on your computer. To save time of watching each one download, I already have them here. And here's winrar, here's 7-zip, and here's winzip. One small tip on completing your downloads, especially on winrar: be sure to look at the association page when it comes up. It automatically wants to set your computer to be able to open all files with winrar only, and you don't want that. You will have to uncheck all options except the winrar option. Otherwise, when you open a file, winrar will try to override the other two, and you won't get to experience using all 3 different types. Okay, now I want to actually do a demonstration with each one of these 3 tools. So to do that, we need a test file. So I'm going to click on New and text document, and we'll name it Archive. Okay, so that's going to be our folder to work with. The first thing I want to do is pack this archive folder using winrar. So to do that, I right click on the file that I want to pack up. I choose Add to Archives, and I didn't want that to happen, so let me go back and right click again and work a little bit faster. Choose Add to Archives, and then choose OK. And here's my folder. Just popped it in right here. So I'm going to move it over here so we can keep an eye on it. Now, I want to take this same file and zip it up using 7-zip. So I'm going to right click on the file that I want to pack and choose 7-zip, and then go over to Add to Archives. And then here you can see you can actually put a password in to make your files even safer, especially if you're going to be sending them over the internet. Then I'm not going to do a password now, so I'm going to go ahead and click on OK. here is my second one. Same file, just zipped with a different tool. Now we're going to try to zip it one more time with WinZip. So I'll right click, go down to WinZip, and then I'm going to choose Add to the zip file. And then I'm going to click on Add. And in this one, this tool shows you just how much your compressed file differs from your original file. So here you can see the size of your original, and then here you see the size of your compressed. In my case, they're both the same, but that's just because I didn't have any, there was nothing to compress. I'm just using an empty file. So when you do this with your real files, your big files, you're going to see just how much room you've saved right here. Okay, so I'm going to click on OK, and then I'm going to exit out of this, and here's my third file. Okay, now we have actually took this file and zipped it up using 3 different tools. Now we need to go through unpacking, because sometimes you'll get an email with something that's been zipped and you'll need to know how to unzip it to get to the file that's been sent to you. Or sometimes you may want to go into your own files that you've zipped and unzip them so you can use them. So now we're going to unpack, and the first one will be WinRar. So we double click on the file. So this is our WinRar file, and you can tell because they use books as their little symbol. So I'm going to double click on the file and click on Extract to, and now I want to find a place to put it, and I don't want to put it on the desktop, which is where it's asking. If I do that, it's going to overwrite my original, and then I won't be able to show it to you. So, well, I will, but it would just be easier if we put it in a new place so you can really see that it's out there. So I'm going to navigate to Debs, which is my personal folder, and then click on OK, and then close this, and then we'll go over to my folder, open it up, and there is the archive. So it made it in. So I'm going to go ahead and delete it out, because okay, now I only have school here. And we're going to go down to the 7-zip file, which is here. Now for this one, you cannot click on this one to open it up and unpack it, because 7-zip is not recognized by Windows. So what I'm going to do is open the application to unpack it instead of opening the file. So I'll go to 7-zip here, double click, and then I have to find the file. You want to look for one that ends, it's archive.7z. So that's it right there. So I click on it to highlight it, and then I'm going to choose Extract. And again, it wants to bring it right to the desktop into the archive file. So we don't want that. I'm going to click here and navigate down to my personal folder. Now if you don't see what you want here, you can always go here and it'll give you lots of places to go, but mine was right here. So click on OK, and then I can exit out of this, and let's go to Debs and see if it's there. There it is. So I'm going to double click, right click on it and delete it, so it will be out of our way. Now we're back to just school in my folder, and we'll go to our third file, which was zipped up using WinZip. So we're going to open the file, choose Unzip, and then we got to choose the file to send it to. Well, again, it's wanting to go to desktop. So I'm going to go down here and choose my folder, and then Unzip. And it actually opened it up for me. So I'll go ahead and close it, and we'll open it up ourselves. just to show you. Okay, there it is. And I'm going to go ahead and delete it out. You always want to delete out stuff that, especially when you're doing tests, so you won't have a mess on your computer. Okay, so we talked about the downloads, we talked about how to zip the files up, and then we talked about how to unzip. I hope this instructional video has helped someone, because it has really helped me to do the studying, talking with other classmates, and looking things up on the internet, and I've really learned a lot, and I hope you have too. Thanks.